Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of My 15 Minutes on the Old Folks Boogie 2 channel. I do this every day for 15 minutes a day. No editing, so whatever happens during that 15 minutes, I'm just adjusting the camera here a little bit. See if I get a little bit better framing. Uh, anyway, so again, my 15 minutes is something I do every day for 15 minutes a day. I'm going to try and do it every day for a year. Today is episode number 65 because it is the 5th of March, 2020. Actually, one more day and it'll be my brother Don's birthday, March the 6th. It's his birthday. He'll never catch up with me unless I'm dead first, but he's not that far behind us. He's kicking the thing, doing all kinds of weird. That's a little bit better, maybe. Anyway, if you've been watching this at all, you'll know that I like thrift stores. There's a number of them in this area that I travel to on a regular basis. Sometimes I get a beat. Sometimes I get something nice. Sometimes, I don't get anything at all. But one of the most interesting things about a thrift store is you just never know what you're going to find. What's going to come out of off the shelf into your hands. Today I had gone down to I'd gone to the Care and Share thrift up in Souderton, Pennsylvania. And normally, when I go into any thrift, I look at photography stuff if they have any. Most of it these days is old 35 millimeter stuff that I have no use for, don't even know anything about. I know what 35 millimeter photography is, but you'll never catch me doing it. It just costs too much money to develop and make use out of something that, it takes me 1,000 pictures to get one decent one. Can you imagine the cost of developing 1,000 pictures to get one? That's why digital's so great. You don't have to develop anything. But anyway, today I happen to be in there, and most of the time, as I said, when I go into these places, I look at photography stuff, and most of the stuff is pure junk. Cameras, every once in a while you'll see a decent camera, but again, I stay away from them because everybody thinks they're worth a whole lot more than they are, and they bid accordingly. Because usually the better stuff ends up at the silent auction silent auction side of the sale. But today I went in and I found something pretty unique and pretty interesting, photography related. I'm going to bring it out here now. I found this tripod. I'm going to collapse it in a little bit. I found this tripod. I don't know. I've never heard of the manufacturer. It's called Stitz, Stitz. And this is a video tripod, and it has some really interesting features that I like. One of the first features is when you can actually, on most tripods, when you have the legs spread and you have the center column, most of the time you have to be down at the bottom of the center column for it to be stable. But on this one, it's got a tightening collar, and you can tighten it anywhere on the column you want, so you can keep your legs as narrow or as widespread as you would like. See? Look at that. Tight. Nice. I didn't expect that. I didn't find out about it until I got home, actually. And then if you loosen it, you can collapse them again. It's got the rising collar, right? So move this out of the way a little bit. It's also, the head is fluid. It's a fluid-filled head, so it's really a video tripod designed for panning. But anyway, so if you loosen this and loosen this, your column goes up. But it's also got a tightening collar. So you don't have to use the screw, the tightening screw. You can do that too, but it's got a collar. you just loosen it up and bring it down gently. So it loosens there. It's got the head tilts, of course, right? And it's got the standard arm, but it's also got a loosener and a tightener on this side too. And it's got another one here for this part. So, and although it doesn't have a quick release plate, it's got a screw, and it's got a lever, which I've never seen before, and it looks like it. I'm not sure what it does, actually. I haven't mounted anything to it yet, so we'll see what happens when I do. But anyway, the main thing, and I'm going to show this to you right now, this tripod, normally, I don't know what they go for. On eBay, they're bringing anywhere from, with shipping, $25 to $45, $50 for sure. And it's a nice tripod. It's got, nice feet to it, spikes and, pads. Got good locking legs. So everything, and it's heavy. It's nice. It's not a piece of junk. It's substantial. But anyway, here's the best part about it. See if you can read that. And you see that price? I don't know if you can or not. I can't see it. I think you can see that. Yeah. $4. $4. And you know what's really bizarre? It was $4. And when I was there, I was actually having a debate with myself whether or not to spend the $4. At first, I thought it was a pretty junky, because I won't buy a tripod that's crap. And I see them all the time at thrift stores. Oh my God, terrible tripods. Have no stability, have no adjustment, and they still want, I see thrift shops asking $8 and $10 for crap. Here's $4 for something that's really in good shape. That's the reason I love thrift shops. You never know what you're going to find when you go in there. I don't know if I mentioned this or not, but last week or the week beforehand, last week before last, I guess, I was in also Karen's share in Chowderton. And when I was in there, I'm wandering through where I'm taking my normal wander through the variety section shop, because they have a number of shops over there. And they have a furniture section, a variety section, a book section, a clothing section. So I was in the variety section and I saw this bag they have a little area that they usually put in business stuff, folders or, just any Post-it note holders and stuff like that. They put all that little stuff in there. And I looked at this, and there was a bag there, and it had a charger in it and something else I couldn't see. So I pulled the bag up, and it was the current generation current generation Amazon Echo Dot, which is the little round Echo. But it was the newer generation of kind of a dome on it. And it was $12. And then it said on it, not tested. Well, if it's not tested, you don't know if it's worked, so you don't want to spend $12. I'm not spending $12 because everything there is, you buy it, you own it. There's no returns. So I didn't want to spend $12 just to see if it worked. So like I do almost every time I see something like that and want to find out about it, I asked the people there if I would be all right if I tested it myself. And sure, they said fine. They got me a plug. I went over to a counter. There was a plug there. We plugged it in. But what made it work was that I had my phone with me and I turned it on as a Wi-Fi hotspot. The Amazon Echo needs to be able to connect to a Wi-Fi system in order to fully bring itself to life. And the first couple times I tried it, it wouldn't do it. It wouldn't connect. But finally it did. It started working. I got it connected to the phone. Okay. So then I bought it. I brought it home and put it upstairs in the office, and it's working like a charm. So now we have a total of 4 echo devices in the house so we can turn on and off lights. Like, hey, Alexa, turn off the living room lamp.
Okay.
I need more of them. We got to turn off other lamps. Alexa, turn on the living room lamp.
Okay.
I love that. We've got them set up in the bedroom now, and the family room, and the laundry room, and we're going to buy more of those little pucks and start controlling all kinds of lights. It's really, you know, being able to say things and have them happen is so much better than walking over and turning that switch. Now that my, fingers are numb to the touch, so to speak, neuropathy, it makes it hard to do anything. It makes it hard to grab a switch on a light and twist it without some sort of pain or have, unless you get it, you'll never know, because it's like your fingerprints are gone or whatever it is that when you're young and your skin is supple and you can grab onto anything with your fingers and just hold it, I now it's like things are just sliding right off. It's like my fingers are made of something slippery. So you go to grab something and it just falls right off of it. And it's not like I don't have fingerprints and ridges and whorls on my fingers anymore. They just don't seem to react to anything. They don't seem to. I don't know what that means, actually. I don't know why it's doing what it's doing, because I don't understand neuropathy well enough to figure it out. And the doctors that I ask can't feel what I'm feeling, so it's a little tough. I went to my endocrinology doctor the other day, and they have me take off my shoes and socks, and then they take a little wire thing and they touch it to your feet and stuff and see if you can feel it. Well, right now I can still feel that sort of thing, but I don't know how long before that disappears altogether. I guess a lot of it depends on how long or how bad the diabetes, how much sugar I eat, even though I'm trying to fight this diabetes, because it's the sugar or the carbs that causes the neuropathy. But anyway, and the other thing, now Susan didn't like these, but I just thought they were too cute for words. It's a little brass candle holder, right? There's the candle cup. It's really cute, solid brass too. It's not hollow either. And ta-da! We have a pair. I just thought they were cute. I have a pair of candle holder bears in glass that I had on the flea market table last year, but I just saw these. These were $3 a piece, and I just saw them and thought, you know what? These are just too cute for $6, solid brass. Again, it's a thrift store find. I mean, not much of a find, but still. It's a great thing to go to auctions and thrift shops and find weird stuff. Very weird stuff. These are weird. It's interesting because the candle cup, now this is molded. The brass was poured in here and it was molded. And then they tapped the hole. They tapped the hole where this goes, where the candle cup goes. See that? You can see that they tapped that afterwards. There's no other way they would have done it. But anyway, but what they didn't do was they didn't thread this all the way down. They didn't machine it all the way to the bottom. So when you put it in, it screws in, but it kind of sits above the. Anyway, but it's still cute. It's still cute, and it's still brass, and it's still heavy, and it's still nice. But you can see that? You can see that right in the thing there. Let's see if I can get a better view. You can see that it's, it doesn't meet flat. There you go. Anyway, I don't know where it was made. You can't tell anymore. But whoever did it, didn't do it for anybody important. They did it for export. And that's what you get. I'm going to see if we can get my brother-in-law, the machinist, Chris, and see if he can fix that and bring it so those cups sit right down there on the bottom like they should. But anyway, we're not going to go into that anymore because my 15 minutes is up for the night. So I hope this talk was interesting. Yeah, well, we'll see. If you think it is, leave me a positive remark. If not, don't subscribe. Anyway, take care of yourself, take care of your loved ones, and be kind out there. Take it easy. Good night.